The following program is sponsored by Operation Smile.
I'm at a hospital in Tegucigalpa, Honduras. Over 200 children are gathered here with very anxious parents, all hoping for a miracle. Every one of these kids was born with a cruel deformity. And all it takes is a 45-minute surgery to repair, but their parents are too poor to afford it. So these kids are left to grow up ridiculed and rejected. For many of them, their dream is about to come true. They'll receive a free surgery provided by a wonderful organization called Operation Smile. Hundreds of children and their parents have arrived at Tegucigalpa's San Felipe Hospital hoping for surgery. Over the next 2 days, this dedicated team of international volunteers will examine every girl and boy, but tragically, at least half of them will have to be turned away because there isn't enough time to operate on all of them.
You know, even though this is my 5th mission with Operation Smile, I think one of the things that I am always overwhelmed by is the tremendous need in the different countries that I've gone. Just to arrive for the first day of screening and to see literally hundreds of children and their families waiting for us, many of them traveling days on foot, by bus, by jeepney, by mule. The need is unspeakable.
Jose's only 3, too young to understand the stares and taunts directed at him by others. But his mother, Reina, knows how he'll suffer if he doesn't get surgery. She herself lived with a cleft lip until the age of 12.
All the children made fun of me. I couldn't bear to leave the house. They called me split lip, broken lip, and all kinds of things.
Reina finally received her surgery, but when her son was born with a cleft, she felt the nightmare was beginning all over again.
I was worried. Everyone said he would not grow and that it would be a miracle if he lived. He suffered because he couldn't eat and even had trouble with the bottle.
To protect Jose from ridicule, Reina rarely took him out of the house. Now, she prays he'll be one of the children chosen this week for surgery.
I know if he gets the operation, it would be a dream come true, like it was for me.
Life in Honduras for a child with a cleft lip or a cleft palate is a life that starts with tragedy. They can't eat normally, they can't speak normally, they are made fun of because of their speech patterns, they're malnourished because they can't eat.
It's a tough life. There's a lot of shame involved, and they don't go to school, they don't go outside, they're embarrassed to play. There was one girl that wouldn't even look up.
Cleft lip and palate affects their speech, and therefore people that live outside the family would have difficulty understanding what the child is saying. Oftentimes eating becomes difficult as well because the palate's open and then food comes out of the nose.
They're hopeless and they see us as their last resort. And oftentimes that's what we are, their last resort. If we're not here, there's no one else that'll do it for them.
Every child deserves a fair chance at life, whether they're our own or someone halfway across the world that we'll never see again. And these children that we meet on Operation Smile missions aren't even given that fair shot at life when they're born with a cleft. And it's up to us to help them.
There is a huge backlog in the world of children who have cleft lips and cleft palates. In the United States, most people probably don't even see it. The reality is about 1 out of every 800 kids has a cleft in the United States, but it's taken care of right away. But in a country, let's say, like Honduras, with 7 million people, there's 14,000 that have clefts. In a country like Ethiopia, where there's 85 million people, there's about 170,000 people with clefts. Ethiopia has 2 plastic surgeons. So you try to figure it out. Could those two plastic surgeons ever take care of 170,000 people? Impossible. Show us where to go, show us where to work. We'll bring the supplies, we'll bring the equipment, we'll bring the knowledge. We'll just work side by side with you. We're gonna solve this problem. May not be today, but we're gonna solve it.
Zenaida is a playful 4-year-old with a severely cleft lip and cleft palate. Her father, Juan, loves her dearly and he's determined to protect her.
With her lip like this, I won't let her go to school. She won't be able to talk well. They won't look at her kindly. I'll have to fight for her.
Before Zenaida, Juan had never seen a child with a cleft lip, and neither had anyone else in his village. He travelled 11 hours to get to the hospital.
If she doesn't get her lip fixed, she won't get married either. If they heal her, I'll thank God.
We are an organization that is absolutely built on volunteers. We don't pay anybody. We don't pay hospitals. We don't pay doctors. I have this basic belief that if you pay someone to do something, that you're never going to quite get the same heart.
I think we get the best pay, and that is seeing so many incredible children get the repairs they need to live normal lives.
We're part of a great team, and when you think, well, I'm spending 2 weeks of my vacation working and doing this and not sitting on the beach, you think, wow, I'm really lucky I can be here and be part of this.
I work harder when I'm on Operation Smile than I do when I do my regular job at work.
I use my vacation time from my other job in order to participate with Operation Smile, and I work a double shift because I want to help the children of Honduras.
Our volunteers are passionate about what they're doing. They're more than willing to donate their time and their expertise. They're there to help in any way that they can because it's just the right thing to do.
When Madeleine was born, her mother Fatima was afraid. The little girl had a big gaping hole above her lip that made feeding her almost impossible. Fatima thought that her daughter might die. She's been praying every day that Madeleine's deformity would be healed, and she came here today hoping her prayer would be answered.
I've asked God to use your hands to give my daughter the operation she needs.
During the 2 days of screening, even more people kept coming. Now more than 300 children have been evaluated for surgery. It's now Saturday, and today parents will find out if their trip was in vain.
Elvin Lopez, Madeleine Córdoba, Jessica Carolina Carrillo Flores, Ana Mejía, José Hernán López Díaz, Juan Bautista Gutiérrez, Zenaida Suseli Rosa Durón, Ángel Emanuel Reyes.
The team can only operate on half of the children this week. About 150 are turned away and will have to wait until another Operation Smile team comes back.
Most of us are mothers or fathers. No one, if it's my child, do you think I want to hear come back next year? I don't care where you live or who you are. No one is willing to accept that for their own child. 1 year without speaking, without eating. Thousands of kids are born every year, thousands, all over the country, all over this world. We can change that. We can fix this problem.
We all, in our hearts, want to be able to provide free surgery for every single person, but there simply isn't enough money for us to do that. And with the help of our donors, I'm hoping that one day we never will have to turn anyone away.
Millions of children are waiting for surgery right now. Thousands of the world's top doctors and nurses are standing by to donate their time, but we can't help more children without your support.
We have the volunteers to go. The only thing we need to make that journey are the dollars.
That's why it's so important that you join our team as an Operation Smile partner. Your gift of $240 can provide surgery for a waiting child. You'll help send our international volunteer teams to over 20 countries to provide free surgeries. You'll help provide state-of-the-art medical equipment and ongoing follow-up care like speech therapy and dental care. And you'll help train local doctors and nurses who will perform more surgeries for free long after the international team leaves. If you prefer, you can pledge $20 a month. As an Operation Smile partner, you'll receive inspiring before and after photos of children whose lives have been transformed. And you'll also receive information about how your dollars are being used and the difference you're making around the world. You can make your monthly gifts automatically on your credit card. It's convenient and it saves money, so more goes directly to help the kids.
The gift that you give can literally have a life-changing impact for someone else, another human being. You can literally transform their life.
You know exactly where your money is going and it's not being wasted in any way.
I saw the difference that it made, and it just made me want to give.
Can you imagine what that child's life is going to be like now? It's just an awesome thought. And you just raise your hand and you say, thank you, God.
Call now and join the Operation Smile team. Just $240 can provide a surgery that will change a child's life forever. Or if you prefer, you can pledge $20 a month or make a gift of any amount.
Do it because it will make your life richer. Do it because you will be setting an example as a role model for your children and your family. Do it because it's the right thing to do.
The team that's going to change the world isn't just the 5,000 or so medical professionals that volunteer with us. It's the people who pick up that phone. That is the team that we're looking to expand, because that's the team that's going to change the world.
Children are waiting. Please go to your phone now. Help us change lives, one smile at a time.
Before surgery, Madeleine spends a little time getting comfortable with some of the things she's about to experience. Still, when the time comes to part, both mother and child are understandably scared. We do our best to reassure Fatima.
So beautiful.
This is my favorite moment, when the mother gazes for the first time on the restored face of her beautiful child. It's like a moment of rebirth. Oh, here she is.
Oh, God, this is a miracle.
This little miracle here is in the face of his mother. It's a wonderful thing. My heart is so full for you, and I share your gratitude that she is just a beautiful, restored little baby.
Thanks to all the doctors for this effort, for this love they have for us, for taking time from their work to come here and help us. And to all of those who helped make this work possible, and we ask God to bless them and to continue blessing them.
To see little Madeleine smiling and laughing like other children, that's what this work is all about. Her life will never be the same, and her mother, Fatima, will always, always be grateful to the people who made it all possible. As Zenaida plays, Juan is visibly nervous in the moments before surgery.
Yeah, you have a friend there.
Vamos, gorda.
Dale un beso grande.
Vamos, Chichi.
Un beso.
Ok.
Aquí.
Venga,
Con la
vámonos.
doctora. Venga, mi reina. Vamos a jugar. A una fiesta. Vamos a jugar, venga.
Vamos, mi amor.
Though he's a strong man, Juan could not hold back his tears. It's hard to hand your precious baby off to a stranger. Many of these parents have never even been to a hospital before. Because she and her father traveled so far, doctors decided to repair Zenaida's lip and palate all in one surgery, and also to do some minor reconstruction on her nose. Juan must wait almost 2 hours while his daughter is being operated on.
Our volunteers come from all over the world. These individuals get credentialed by us to make sure that their standards are in excess of what we would ever even meet sometimes in the United States. And we're very, very serious about making sure that the quality of care we deliver is better than anyone could deliver anywhere.
This is what I wanted. I was hoping for this help that we were all waiting for. We are poor and we are receiving this help from you. I pray to God that you'll continue helping.
Here's Zenaida today. She's just lovely, and her father is so proud. Can you believe it's the same girl whose face had a gaping hole not that long ago? It's the final day of surgery. Jose and Reina have been waiting all week for their turn.
¡Ey, qué guapo! ¡Bravo, bravo! Mira la bomba.
The mission to Honduras is, like all the OpSmile missions, is truly an international mission, and so we have surgeons from many countries around the world: Brazil, Colombia, Honduran surgeons who have been trained by us. The teaching we did 3 years ago is really paying off.
The greatest joy is to be able to train the local people, is to share of our knowledge, to embrace them in what we're doing.
And the goal eventually is to basically have the Honduran doctors become totally independent, so we don't even need to come back to Honduras.
And they'll be able to have 365 days of Operation Smile, not just 1 week.
Now all of a sudden they have teams going out year-round when you're not even there. A couple of years ago, we noticed that we turned a corner. All of a sudden, more cases were being done by our partners in country than we were actually doing on the international trips, which is exactly where we planned it.
It's hard to imagine how Reina must feel as she sees Jose for the first time after surgery, but you can read the emotion on her face.
I am so happy. I know that now I will be able to take my boy out and that he won't have to be ridiculed. For me, it is such a great joy, such a beautiful feeling to see him like this. He is so handsome. I am here with you, my love. It's okay. It's okay, papi.
Life's so different now for Reina and Jose. Without his cleft lip, Jose's a normal boy, free to leave his house, make friends, go to school, all because of a simple surgery. All because some people like you, cared enough to help. 2-year-old Onis and his mother Maria are desperately poor. This mission may be her boy's only chance to get the surgery he needs for his cleft lip and cleft palate. Maria told us that when Onis was born, the doctor didn't want to show him to her. She was thrilled when he was chosen for surgery, but now the time has come to hand Onis over to the volunteer medical team who will, for the next 1.5 hours, work to give Onis a new smile and a second chance at life. It's such a thrill to share a mother's happiness after each life-changing surgery.
I am a mother too, so I understand. Yeah. And I have tears of joy for you. Yeah, as a mother to a mother. Yes. This is the moment. This is the picture. This is what we're trying to achieve here. To give a beautiful, restored baby boy back to his mom. So now he can have a normal life, like your children have, like my children have, and now like little Onis will have, thanks to you.
Look at this precious face. Onis now has a big, beautiful smile. What a change. What a miracle it is to see this child's life transformed. There's no limit to his potential now.
I don't think anyone in our country wants to see a kid go without a life. And to know that in 45 minutes to an hour they can make a change in that life, they can speak, they can eat, they can go to school like their own children, I think, wow, that's the greatest thing that could ever happen to you.
Your heart has to feel it first, and then you can say to yourself, what if I just gave up lunch tomorrow and gave those dollars to some kid who didn't have a chance at life? Then you become as important a part of this team as I am or any other surgeon. Because of you, we've been able to change the life of some child somewhere who may never know your name, but will never forget your kindness.
Millions of children are waiting for surgery right now. Thousands of the world's top doctors and nurses are standing by to donate their time, but we can't help more children without your support.
We have the volunteers to go. The only thing we need to make that journey are the dollars.
That's why it's so important that you join our team as an Operation Smile partner. Your gift of $240 can provide surgery for a waiting child. You'll help send our international volunteer teams to over 20 countries to provide free surgeries. You'll help provide state-of-the-art medical equipment and ongoing follow-up care like speech therapy and dental care. And you'll help train local doctors and nurses who will perform more surgeries for free long after the international team leaves. If you prefer, you can pledge $20 a month. As an Operation Smile partner, you'll receive inspiring before and after photos of children whose lives have been transformed. And you'll also receive information about how your dollars are being used and the difference you're making around the world. You can make your monthly gifts automatically on your credit card. It's convenient and it saves money, so more goes directly to help the kids.
I can't perform a surgery. I can't go out there and operate, and I wouldn't know how to do it, but I know that I can pay for someone else to do it.
We watched Operation Smile on TV as a family, and I don't know if there was a dry eye in the place.
It's something that just is taking hold of our family, where first Matt did a project at school, and then Kendra did it on her own.
I'm so proud of the way they're not thinking about themselves, but they're thinking of others. To do it as a family, I think it's helping out my kids, and it's helping me to raise my kids.
The dollar is being used effectively because the doctors are donating their time.
There are these kids waiting to be helped, and they shouldn't have to wait a second longer if they don't have to.
Call now and join the Operation Smile team. Just $240 can provide a surgery that will change a child's life forever. Or if you prefer, you can pledge $20 a month or make a gift of any amount.
If this were your child, what would you wish? If this were your child, do you wish someone out there would say, I have a few extra dollars to give?
Just one make a difference.
Children are waiting. Please go to your phone now. Help us change lives, one smile at a time.
I am so thankful for the miracle of every new smile made possible by people like you. But my heart breaks for every child that's turned away because we just don't have enough money to help them. Operation Smile has a dream that someday every child born with a cleft lip or cleft palate can receive this life-changing surgery. That can happen, but only with your help. So don't put it off. Let that someday start today. Make the call right now, please. And God bless you.
The preceding program was sponsored by Operation Smile.